Good morning, everyone. Jesse Webb, TradersPro. Had a slight shift here in the long-term outlook. We've got mildly bearish now in a bear market. Part of that is just this consolidation still is continuing to hold. The longer that happens, the more bullish that actually can be. So we'll keep an eye on that to see if we do start to see some shift and start to see any type of significant move higher. I've mentioned this several times. This trend line right here, this can also be a kind of a bullish looking pattern when you have this uptrend and then a counter trend. What we still need though is kind of a confirmation move to take out this trend line. If and when that happens, excuse me, we will definitely see a shift here as well. So we're kind of seeing it as it's unfolding right here, and sometimes that's a little bit harder to process and to take action on, because it's easy to look back historically and say, this happened and this happened, but as it's happening day by day, it's a little bit slower moving process. So be aware that that is potentially taking place right here. We're just seeing momentum now starting to shift back up. We're seeing breadth, which is holding and starting to move higher. We just still haven't seen that sentiment move. I mentioned yesterday that this sentiment move may actually pull. That actually may be the leading indicator, and pulling the rest with it. Oftentimes that's not the case, but it can certainly be the case where the majority of the sentiment is the right direction, and equities can catch up to that. So we'll see what ends up happening. We had a little bit of volatility yesterday with some of the Fed minutes talking about longer interest rates over this next year, and definitely saw some ups and downs. We are seeing the buy-sell ratio now back to essentially parity, back to equal. It's a 1-to-1 buy-sell ratio. Let me get the right drawing tool here, and you can see it's at 0.99, so it's essentially at 1. We'll see what the markets do today. If we do get a reversal back down again, we just follow what the trends are doing, and try not to overthink it and try not to overanalyze it. But in as far as the current markets are, they are shifting and trending. SPY, you can see we got a little bit of a shift here. We were all red yesterday, starting to shift, and so yes, this is still in a bearish condition right here, but we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of support without it breaking down. So we'll see if that continues, or if we start to see a move back up. If we get a move back up, then yes, we're still in that bear market. That long-term trend's still going to be holding, but we may be starting to shift, and that's okay to shift our mindsets as the market tells us to. That's essentially what we're focusing on, is following what the market is doing and then taking advantage of trends in that direction. A couple of stocks to look at today. ATI was actually a good looking one here in the list. This is a basic materials steel stock. Basic materials still should continue to do well this year, and we're seeing that set up right here. So keep an eye on steel stocks and really basic material as a whole. If you don't have full access to the site, feel free to join us by clicking the link below that says upgrade, and we look forward to having you. Have a great day today.